Blah, 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 blah.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the inaugural, very first ever episode of the Cop Blast podcast. It is retooled, reformatted. We have new studios, new equipment, new everything, new YouTube channel. Everything is brand new, and it's only going to get better from here. We have our host. We have the very awesome and very sexy Rick. Rick is the founder of Allentown Cop Block. We have Matthew Taylor. Matthew Taylor is the founder of Carbon County Cop Block and the co-founder of the Oath Accountability Project.
What's up, guys?
And then, of course, there's me. I'm Scott Marshall. I'm co-founder of Oath Accountability Project and co-founder of Carbon County Cop Block. And this is
Cop
Blast.
Blast.
All right. First off, anybody have any encounters with law enforcement recently?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and start off and say no, thank God. It's been a very nice and calm week for me. Nothing really crazy going on here. So nothing to report there. But you two actually have something going on tomorrow, so why don't you guys tell us about that?
All right, let's jump into that.
Wow. Yeah. Our first time going up to see the judge to for our charges, the trespassing.
Well,
So I'll
Just
tell
some
the
of our
story.
viewers, yeah. Just
I'll-
in case some of our viewers don't know, just give them a background, Scott.
Yeah. We'll rewind a little bit. Rewind back to October. Me and Rick and Severin, the founder of Lehigh Valley Cop Block, good friend, good guy. We're all down at the state police barracks, and
Where at?
down here in Lehighton, Pennsylvania. It's actually I believe that's what township is that? Like Toa-Mincing or
I think
something?
so. Yeah.
It's a little bit outside of Lehighton, but they're considered the Lehighton area state police, Troop M, and they're the local state police for this rural area. We had a couple issues with rights violations, so we went to the barracks to shoot some B-roll for a story we were doing. We're out there taking pictures, and they start coming out and accusing us of signs and all kinds of stuff. And I'm not really sure what they were talking about, but the signs that they pointed out said, it said they didn't say no trespassing. Is what it said was authorized and emergency vehicles only. Now, we didn't go around the side of the building. We were still in front of the building. We just walked up, took a couple pictures, and walked back to the car, and a cop came out and arrested us. So fast forward many months. I mean, October, and tomorrow's March 1st, and we're going to the judge for the first time. I mean, for a simple trespassing charge. So
That
up
should
to
be
this
interesting. Everybody who's in the area, in the Allentown area, if you have a chance, there actually is an event going on in front of the courthouse at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. That is 666 Walnut Street in in Easton. No, I'm sorry, I'm giving the wrong.
No, that's in Palmerton. It's the courthouse in Palmerton. We're not really trying to do any like protests or anything. We just want to show of support. People to come.
I'm sorry,
Watch the case.
I was so wrong with that. Yeah, that's on Delaware Avenue in Palmerton, Pennsylvania.
Yep, just the courthouse there. You'll see the building. It usually has a bunch of cop cars around it right there on the main strip.
I'm trying to find the video, but it's lost in my library somewhere. I got so
Yeah.
many videos I can't even find. Oh, there it is. I found it. How about
Well,
that?
up to this point, the judge, well, we've done some subpoenas for the surveillance footage, and they've denied and denied it. They've denied an actual official subpoena, stating something about they don't have to recognize the lower court. It's funny because they recognized it when they charged us, so
Yeah.
it's just an odd situation, and it probably would probably never happen. But I'd love to see a police officer be held in contempt.
Well, currently, aren't they at risk because they've denied you guys the ability to have your discovery given to you, right?
Pretty much.
Yes.
I mean, they're gonna have to drop it, and then who knows what'll happen from there? I don't know.
Well, hopefully, now the max sentence on this is a fine, so you guys don't have a real strong possibility of getting incarcerated. So
I'm not
that's
worried
good.
about a fine. I got fuck you
Yeah.
money all day, so
And I just got fuck you all day because I ain't taking no pleas. I'm not, paying no fines, no court fees. No,
Oh.
man.
Hey, so when you show up all dressed up tomorrow, are you gonna have a, a cop block shirt underneath your button down? So if they decide to go something stupid, you can just unblock and kind of give them a fuck the police.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
I was
talking
thinking
about.
of doing that. I'm gonna wear my button down over my cop block.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Cause,
I think I'm just I think I'm gonna
cause
dress appropriately.
the way I look at it, it's what is it?
I actually like the one that you
Kidnapping.
have on right now.
What,
You
this
know,
one?
yeah. Am I free to go? I mean, I would, just as he's talking, I would just start unbutton that and just let it sit wide open, just like so. Am I free to go? Like, come on.
Yeah, right. Oh man, it was a nice day out today,
Yeah, it really was. It was a good day for cop blocking.
and I didn't even bother to go out. Too busy at home taking care of things.
And
Yep.
I'd like to take a moment to mention our good buddy Dio. Dio is still incarcerated on a fucked up bid, a really fucked
Yes.
up bid. Um, so we just
Luckily,
want to.
luckily, as of today, through copblock.org and his GoFundMe, he has raised $475 towards his appeal fund. If you want to go ahead and donate to that, you can go to copblock.org. There is a donate tab in there. You can find where you can donate to his appeal fund.
And also, um, I've just now decided this very moment that I'm going to start producing these free Dio shirts and donating all of the money that people give to me um, over to Dio's fund or Dio's canteen, whichever one is more needy at the moment.
That's really cool.
So I think I'm going to do these for $15, and I'm actually going to put the entire 15 towards Dio. So so contact me on Oath Accountability Project's Facebook if you'd like a free Dio shirt. Um, I'll do $15, and that'll go directly to Dio.
Very
Uh,
cool.
yep. So I'll be putting in my own money to fund for the materials and just people that want to buy Dio shirts. That 100% of the funds go there. So free Dio.
So, why don't we jump into our first story of the night?
Okay, this one was actually posted. It looks like it came around online somewhere around between 2 and 3 hours ago. This is out of Roanoke, Virginia, not too far from where I grew up in Richmond, Virginia, um, where the police in Virginia can be a little, they can be assholes.
A little
I feel
bit.
like that's kind of like a given anywhere. That's it's kind of like like saying sugary donut. Like, you don't need to say sugary because donuts are sugary. So you don't need to say dickhead cop because cops are dicks. And like a 98% of the time. And the ones that are nice, they don't last long. Anyway, I digress. Roanoke County, Virginia, an 18-year-old high school student was shot and killed by Roanoke County police after a series of interactions that ended with police said the teen turned towards officers with a BB gun in his hand, according to affiliate WDBJ. Authorities received a 911 call that a black male wearing a bandana and a hoodie and carrying a backpack was also waving a gun in a parking lot. Keontae Deshawn Spencer, 18, was walking northbound on Electric Road toward a Walgreens when police say they asked him to stop. Police say they then twice deployed their tasers, but neither round was effective. Based on the information they have now, the Roanoke County Police Chief said Spencer turned towards police and two officers then fired shots at him. The weapon was still in Spencer's hand when he was shot, according to the preliminary investigation. 2 bullets hit Spencer, once in the hip area and once in the collarbone. Alright, now I'm just going to pause here. I'm going to go back and I'm going to share this screen so that so you guys can see what I'm seeing here. Alright, now this is Keontae walking. Now, what do we notice first about Keontae? He's wearing headphones. Big, bulky headphones that are covering his entire ears. And you can see from his stride and from the way he's walking, it looks like he's walking at a pretty good clip. So he's probably just trying to get home. Now this, looks like he's probably carrying. He's not pointing it at anybody. Now, this is a little hard to. I'm not gonna say either way because I mean, yeah, he's holding it by the grip, but he's not pointing it at anyone.
Anywhere from here that we really go on saying anything is really just speculation. Because
they didn't release a video; they released pictures.
Which something tells me that if they just released pictures and not the dash cam video, the story is going to become something's going to become real interesting when that dash cam video comes out. So this won't be the last we've heard of this.
Now this is where we are in the story right here. Now where they put these two guns together. You see one's the BB gun and one is the regular pistol. Now they look similar. I'll give them that. Again, Virginia is an open carry state, and I don't know if you would consider that brandishing or carrying, because I think you would have to point it at somebody to brandish it, right?
That's my interpretation of it. Now, after reading through this, as far as I'm aware, there's no mention on if that BB gun itself had the orange tip on it or not. Now, normally when it doesn't have one, that's the first thing that they want to point out, is that it didn't have it, so it looked identical to the gun. And from everything that I've read on this thus far, nothing says that didn't have that.
Well, this isn't. See, the thing is, this isn't an airsoft gun or a toy gun. It's actually a BB gun, so it does shoot a hard projectile that can hurt you. So I don't think it would warrant the orange tip.
Okay.
I mean, I could be wrong. It goes on to say the handgun that police recovered at the scene was a BB gun, which the police say they were not aware of at the time. Of course. Police also said the preliminary investigation showed that officers were following protocol. Spencer died that night at the hospital. He was taken there within 15 minutes, which is a remarkable transport time in this situation, police said. So at least there's a silver lining. They got there fast. It was a remarkable. I'm sorry. To me, that just it kind of sits funny with me.
They're grasping for something to make them not sound so demonized for shooting and killing a high school student.
No one else was hurt. The teen lived in a group home and was enrolled at Hidden Valley High School. A medical examiner will perform an autopsy soon, and the investigation is underway. The officer involved has been the officers involved have been placed on administrative leave, which is standard procedure. Now, see, he's walking away. I mean, he's got headphones on. I
See,
mean,
here's what I want to know. Okay, so they say that they discharged their tasers twice and they didn't work. I want to know what it means by they were ineffective. Did they hit him in the backpack and the guy kept walking and they just didn't stop sharing your screen, Scott?
okay,
Um,
sorry.
but okay, but did they hit him in the backpack somewhere where the electrical current wasn't going to get to him? Did they hit him and he turned towards him and pointed the weapon at him? Which something tells me that didn't happen, because if it did, that would have been one of the first things in their report. So I want to know what they mean by it wasn't effective. Did they try to fire it and they actually didn't discharge their package? Like, that's what I really want to know, because that's all the world. That's all the difference in this case. I mean, if he turned and pointed the gun at him, okay. I still don't like the fact the kid lost his life, but that somewhat justifies a discharge of the firearm. But if he was walking away from the whole time, didn't listen to their commands because he had headphones on and didn't hear them, they shot him in the back with a taser. He still kept walking because it hit his backpack, and then they shot. There's so much more to this story that I really want to know before I can sit here and completely
I mean,
demonize the situation.
I can't
and you
I
know
can't
what?
I can't say that, just because the taser didn't work, that him given the only option to do was to shoot him. I don't think that's a reason.
And I mean,
Well,
you know what? It doesn't take that long to take a video and take the segment of the big long video of the whole day, take the segment out, export it, and then upload it to the internet. It doesn't take that long, and they need to do that. They need to release the video.
well, here's the other
Yes,
part
because
of it
we want
that's
to
kind
know.
of rubbing me wrong. Okay, so if this man was holding a dangerous firearm and they shoot him the first time with a taser, if he doesn't turn and shoot at them, don't you think that kind of turns around and says, maybe we don't have to shoot this guy with a gun? And
Exactly.
if he did turn and fire shots, he shot at him with a BB gun. That doesn't make a loud clack or a loud boom. That goes. So at that point, I think you kind of know, oh fuck, this isn't a firearm. So when you shoot him again with the taser and it doesn't work, okay, you've now established that this suspect does not have any weapon on them. So at that point, really, lethal force isn't really required at all. So, the more sitting here and thinking about it, I don't think there's any sort of justification that they could come out with, or even video that they could show, that's really going to make me feel that the police were in the right here. Now, I really want to see the rest of this video, because I really feel like the whole reason it hasn't come out yet is that it's pretty damning, because like Scott said, it doesn't take much to load it up onto the internet, to take the segment and load it up, but when they had the ability to go and pull just the snapshots that they felt were necessary, that means they were able to highlight the part of the video that needs to be shown to the public. So,
Exactly. And just a heads up, guys, looks like we have a pretty good stream going. Stream status is okay. So, just giving you guys a heads up. Everything's all good.
Awesome.
Anyhow,
So how was everybody's weekend?
everybody's...
Pretty good.
Well, my weekend, I hung out with you and you
Yeah.
Yeah.
on Saturday. We walked all around and didn't see any police. You know what? And it was a pretty good day, even though we went looking for police.
Yeah.
Going and looking for police isn't like whale watching. Like, if you go whale watching and you don't see any whales, you're gonna be like, oh man, didn't see whales.
Damn, that was a waste of time.
But I went out and we walked around and we didn't see any police. Like,
We were
we
out for
saw
like 5.5 hours too.
we saw one cop car parked in a fire lane, but we can't say we can't fight every battle.
Yeah. Now, just a question. I see that our Q&A line is open. Do we have a call-in line tonight?
We should.
Yeah, do you want to go ahead and throw that number up on your lower third so
Just
everybody
get
has
just
a...
get give me a second to get it up, and but if you guys want to go on to another story, um,
Sure, why not? So we're gonna jump into a story from Cop Block. It was written by Isaiah Holmes. As it loads up here on my phone, I can start to read it to you. Uh, the headline is: Amidst a deadlock, Supreme Court ruling could weaken Fourth Amendment protections against illegal searches.
Hmm.
So, amidst grounding itself, a post Scalia
actually,
Supreme Court.
and sorry, right before you get into this interview to this story, the call-in line is actually not going to work tonight because I haven't got the whole audio situation 100% figured out on my computer with the playthrough. That will be a feature next week. Um,
Okay.
but sorry, inaugural podcast will just be us plus Q&A. So,
Speaking of Q&A, Retro, he wanted to compliment us on our neat new setup.
oh yeah,
Look at neat. Well, thank you, man. We put some effort into this. Wanted to make sure that when we kicked everything off, we wanted to have everything looking new and spiffy and fun. So I know I was tired of sitting in my living room with a blanket wrapped up behind me. So wanted to make everything look nice and cool. I know Scott was the same. We're gonna be setting one up for Rick here real soon. So he's
yep.
got a we've got a little bit more to do yet. We're not 100% where we want to be, but we're working towards it. And
The Cop Blast podcast. And you know what? I gotta say, I do love that name.
yes,
Uh, it's great.
yeah, I don't know. Why don't you guys tell us what you guys out there think of the new name, Cop Blast Podcast?
Now, don't get it wrong. When we say cop blast, we don't mean like bang bang. We mean like putting somebody on blast or turning up the volume.
Yes,
So when police misbehave, we want to turn up the volume or put them on blast. Cop
a-
Blast podcast.
absolutely. So we're gonna jump back into the story here. So, amidst grounding itself, a post-Scalia Supreme Court stands compromisingly deadlocked. Before its remaining justices sits a case which, if lost, could further weaken the Fourth Amendment protection. The now decade-old battle, however, gives the court a chance at redemption from its questionary history. It's a choice of a generation, similar to the daunting task of replacing a Supreme Court justice. Basically, what's going on right now is uh, illegal searches. The Fourth Amendment has been slowly but surely being deroded. Is that a word?
Eroded is
Eroded.
what
Yeah.
I think is
Yeah.
what you're looking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. I said it up like that. Just sounds ignorant as fuck. That's not the right word. So
Derived. Deroded.
deroded, eroded, and you know, that's horrendous. You have no knock searches happening, to where they can just come in, knock on your door, and just swarm your house and search. You no longer have to be committing a crime to be searched in your car. Warrants are no longer really needed for searches in a lot of states for a lot of things. So this I like the fact that they're deadlocked because that means there's four of the remaining eight Supreme Court justices right now that want the Fourth Amendment to kind of start to stand for what it used to stand for. Now the other four, well, they're kind of assholes and should get on board with the Constitution that they are supposed to be upholding. But
Now, what's the name of the judge that was Scalia's friend that always voted the same way?
um,
The African American
I'm
gentleman.
trying to remember his name.
Um, well, anyways, anybody who's been paying attention, he knows you guys know who I'm talking about. I feel really ignorant right now because I don't know
Cartwright?
his name. No,
No.
um, because I don't remember his name. But anyhow, um, he actually broke silence today he hadn't asked a question in 10 years. Like, he usually just sat back and listened. And I believe the question he asked was, can you point out a time when a misdemeanor was justifiable cause to take away somebody's constitutional rights?
Clarence Thomas.
Clarence Thomas, yep. That was the question that he asked, and I was actually really impressed. Because he just kind of, I remember a tweet that I read when Scalia died, and it said if Clarence Thomas could just go ahead and continue on with his tradition of just doing whatever Scalia does, that'd be great. It was kind of mean, but kind of clever.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, I really kind of like the fact that questions are being asked and that these guys are really kind of sitting back and really putting some thought into this. It's not just, yeah, let's pass it. Let's just keep eroding. There we go, right word. Keep eroding our Constitution. That they're actually, at least in this one stance, starting to kind of really take a look and go, you know, we've really butchered this enough over the last couple years. Maybe we should start to protect this document as opposed to just rewrite it completely to where by the time our children are old enough to start voting, it's not even the same parchment anymore.
And I just kind of wish that he would have waited until we got Bernie in office before he got a new Supreme Court. And I know what everybody's thinking right now. Everybody's flipping out. Oh, we shouldn't have any president. We should. I mean, look, I would love that as much as anybody else, but we're not going to do that before January 2017. I mean, it could happen, and then everybody could prove me wrong, and, you know, cool. You just feel free to I told you so it all up. But we got to have somebody, and it can't be Trump, and it can't be Hillary, and
It really can't be. For the love of God, it can't
My-
be. Everybody out there,
I'm
Super
telling you.
Tuesday is tomorrow. Get
Listen,
out there and make your shit count because
Listen,
there's plenty of assholes out there ready to go vote for some stupid
Look,
people.
I'm
One
serious.
of my friends is
Look, hold on. Can I just take a moment? Look, seriously. I'm gonna zoom in for this. Now, look, guys. If you are a podcast viewer and you are a fan and you are a Trump supporter, I don't like you. So I don't like you. You feel free to keep watching. I was gonna tell you to not watch, but
I'll go ahead and say. I'll go ahead and say.
we probably have like just a couple viewers, and maybe half of them are Trump supporters, and we lost half our fan base in 30 seconds.
That's fine. And if you are, that's all I gotta say to you, right there, because I really just no. I'm sorry, but I like to think that all of us, you know, who really have this line of thought that, you know, police need to be held accountable and everything, that we're a bunch of rational thinking people. And if you're a rational thinker there and think that Trump is a good answer, you are a fucking retarded hypocrite. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I really can't go much further, otherwise I might actually have to start a fire and burn my apartment down out of rage. But tomorrow is Super Tuesday, so if you live in a state that has a primary going on tomorrow, you get your ass out there and you vote, and you make sure your vote counts because you're needed.
Now, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I'm going to tell you who not to fucking vote for. And don't vote for Donald Trump.
Fucking Trump. Don't vote for Trump.
Trump. Don't vote for Trump, and don't vote for Hillary. For the love of God, do not vote.
I have a feeling Hillary's gonna steal this.
You know
nah,
what?
man, don't say that. You don't know that.
For the love of God, Rick, don't you say
That
that.
woman, listen, that woman has done so much dirt.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
She has done so much dirt, and look at all the crimes she's got away with. Now she's gonna steal the seat of the White House.
Can I say something
This
real quick,
fucking
though?
evil bitch. You talk about the devil walking on earth? That's her right there. Go ahead.
Yeah. I know I've said a lot about you, Mr. Trump, but please don't sue me because I don't have a lot of money and I don't want you to line your pockets with what little I have right now. So don't sue me. I know you like to, Mr. Trump.
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 But
Trump.
Don't sue
Trump.
me. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and wait? Well, you know what? I think we had our conversation about this, so why don't we go ahead and find ourselves moving on.
Moving on up, moving on up. All
Cell
right.
401 in effect this past week.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Brett Sanders. Anybody hear about this?
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
think we were all
so
hanging out when this happened, right? We were
Yeah,
uh,
we
we were
got the
standing in
alert.
Barnes and Noble, and everybody's phone just
yeah,
like like what the hell's going on?
it's like, hey, Brett Sanders is in trouble, and it's like, oh shit, he's like 1,000 miles
Yeah,
away.
it's like we would love to help you, but you are all the fucking way over there.
It's like I'll be on my way, but by the time we would have got to the car,
He would have been back
he was
home.
he was
Yeah, yeah,
arrested.
yeah. By the time we would have gotten to you, Brett, you would have been home and probably sleeping. So we were with you in spirit.
But
And
there
on
was
Facebook.
this awesome app called Cell 411, and because of that, while he was getting processed, we were writing stories about what not us personally, but the Cop Block Network was writing stories about and talking about what was going on and what was the next move, and it actually proved to be a really really awesome tool. So if you guys don't have this, I seriously go download Cell 411 and join
Right
the
now.
network.
Right now. In fact, what's really
Add
nice
all your
about it too is
contacts.
that you can turn around and you can actually take a captcha and put it to your Facebook, and other Cell 401 users can instantly see that and add you into their network.
What'd
And
you
it's an
call it?
awesome. It's a captcha.
That's a QR code.
Uh, that's
Now CAPTCHA is those funny letters to prove that you're not a robot.
Yeah.
oh shit. Did I just fail? Am I a robot?
Yeah, I think you're a robot.
Shit. I'm a robot. I am a robot. Dude, that's the second time I've just blundered. For inaugural show jitters. So yeah, so you could take the QR code. Those are cool. And
So
share it to Facebook. But Scott, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you can do with this app?
okay, so with this app, it's great. It has all these things. First is what you want to do is you want to download it, and then you want to get as many people as you can to download this app. It's really great because
Kind of like a
once
pyramid scheme, but without the money.
yeah, you basically get as many people as you know to download this app, and that way when you have this big network and you send out an alert, everybody gets it. And there's different types of alerts. You can say, "Hey, I'm broken down. Hey, there's something on fire. Hey, something's being burgled. I'm witnessing a burgling. There's burglars afoot.
I'm being pulled over and about to get shot.
Yeah, I'm being pulled over.
Help! I've fallen and
There's
I can't get up. No,
my
that was not
my
there.
my favorite and most used one. I am cop blocking.
Yes.
And you can
There's
live
I'm
stream.
being bullied. There's I'm being bullied. There's my car's broken. I mean, there's a bunch of options that you can do, and
Yeah.
then once your alert goes out, people get your alert and they say, hey, it says this person is this far away, and then somebody chooses I can help or I can't help, and then when you say hey I can help, it gives you a map to where they're at.
Right there.
Yep,
I just have
and
to
then
show everybody how
yep
cool it looks.
yep, and then it gives you a little map. And then once you say, hey, I'm on the way, it gives you the option to call them on their emergency number, or you can call their emergency contact and let them know what's going on. And then that person has the ability to live stream. So you can watch what's going down while you're on the way to save them. You know, oh man, this guy's getting bullied. I'm watching it. Oh man, he's getting hit over the head. I'll be there quick, buddy.
So, Retro has asked a question. Was it you, Mickey, that called the city of Keller regarding Sanders? I'm going to assume that Mickey is you there, Scott, because of the glasses.
Okay. No, I didn't call anybody. Why? What? I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I'm not sure what he's what he's asking there. Retro, clarification, because not quite sure what the question is there. I wish we were able to live chat back with you and actually be able to respond.
Yeah, we got to make that work.
I know we've been kind of kicking around an idea of maybe switching or looking into another program on which to live streams through that might give us the ability to do, answer questions like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it yet because I still need to look into it and dot the Q's, and I don't want to, you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to promote a bad product, and I really need to look into it more.
Right.
But
But the idea is there of trying to find the most solid way for us to be able to get to you guys, not only through a live stream, but then also to be able to directly communicate back with you. So bear with us. We're trying. Until then, we'll just ask you directly on the air, and we'll just patiently but excitingly wait your response. Wow, why am I just having a really hard time with words tonight?
Yeah, we all are. We're not. Today is not our day. Oh man, I messed
So,
up in the beginning.
Rick, do you have Brett's video?
Oh yeah, I got that up.
Yeah, why don't you show that?
All
Don't
right.
forget to screen share.
Hold on. Check this out. It's a screen share. You guys see that?
now,
I see
now
it
while
there.
you guys
Yep.
are, I'm just curious about something here. I think I may have chat.
Hey,
Is somebody watching? Does anybody see? Is the chat enabled? Because I have something going on here.
Rick, I don't got audio.
You don't got audio? Damn it.
No.
Well, there's nothing really happening but cars going by. I You hear it?
Yeah. Okay. Make sure you're presenting, not only screen sharing, but then presenting yourself as well.
Wait, say that again?
Make sure you're presenting yourself as well, not just screen sharing, but also presenting.
I don't know how to do that yet.
Well, up here it says present to everyone at the top of the.
Oh, okay.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
And then, yeah.
Yep. Full screen it. There we go. So he's just walking down the street, and here comes the cops. Here comes the Po 9. Hello, Mr. Saunders. We're coming here to fuck up your day.
Dun dun dun
Dun,
dun dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
dun,
Dun.
dun.
Fucking Imperial March. Look at
Yeah,
this guy.
I've got no audio on him.
You still got no audio?
No
Yep, can't
audio.
hear it, Rick.
Oh man. Should I try to share it a different way?
Uh, Whichever way has audio.
Can you hear it through your headphones?
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
Rick,
Alright.
can you hear it yourself through your headphones?
Yeah, I can hear
Put,
the.
put your headphones up to the microphone when you play it. That's going to be our temporary workaround for the show.
Wait, I don't get it. Put my headphones up to the microphone.
Oh, because your microphone's on your headphones. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's,
His ability to do that.
Do you hear this?
Very faintly. Not enough
Huh?
to where that's not enough.
Not enough?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and send me over the link to that, and I'll see if I can't.
Yeah, because I don't know why I can't. I apologize for that, guys. I'm just can't.
oh, Rick,
I'm
it's all
trying to
good.
fix it. All right, here's the link.
All right. This is what.
Do-do. Just wanna know. Ooh. Okay, now have me present to everyone. Tell me if you guys hear this.
I hear it.
Who's playing the video as well?
Turn up your volume
You guys hear that?
on the YouTube. I can hear it.
Why wouldn't I be allowed to stand on the side of the highway? Because it's dangerous. It's dangerous? It is also dangerous to park a vehicle on the side of the highway? How is that any less dangerous?
Is your video freezing like mine is?
See, people like me. They don't like you. Okay. There's a reason people don't like the police today. It's because out here just handing out encouragement.
This video is hard to hear in demo, guys.
Is that the highway?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop that.
That's why people don't like you. So I suggest you get back in your vehicle, get out of the way, and fight some real crime. Then I can support you. Right now, you're just out here harassing people. It's bullshit. Really. See, when we stop people for speeding and not having...
Come on, Scott, you're sharing it, Scott. Scott, you're
I
sharing
know,
it.
I know. Give me a second.
Drugs in the car.
I'm trying to figure out something. Never mind.
I can hear it.
Just don't talk, and I want to get feedback.
Would you, no. I can put whatever in my body that I want. If I want to go home and smoke some weed, I can smoke some weed. Do you drink beer? So do you want to,
Just try not to talk, I don't want to get feedback.
ban alcohol being sold in the United States? Alcohol is legal. What? Alcohol is legal. Yeah. How when you drink it, it's illegal. Okay. The reason you're standing here? Maybe 600 West 114 West. Am I free to leave? No, you're not. Am I being detained? Yes. What for? Here on the side of the highway. You can't be on the side of the highway. What crime is that? I'll get my ticket writer, and I can tell you specifically, but off the top of my head, I can tell you're not allowed to be on the side of the highway.
Off the top of my head, it's my opinion.
Then don't be out there. Just go the fuck away.
Go away.
Yeah, right.
You know, at the very least, I'm diverting your duty from harassing innocent people. I'm the guy with the camera. This is my protection. I appreciate this. It doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me is being on the side of the highway. You want me to leave? No, not yet. No, you're not allowed to leave.
Am I being detained?
What's that? What's your name and badge number? That's going to be D'Amico. My badge number is 1666. 1666. I didn't get the ticket.
666, Mark of the Beast.
Yep.
It's the sound of the beast. Scott, jump forward to about 9 minutes. You can tell I've watched this video a few times.
Yeah, me too.
answer questions. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, unfortunately, if you're going to display a firearm, and we're going to make contact with you, it's all right to have the firearm, but we're going to need to see your concealed carry license.
I don't answer questions.
Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place you into custody and make sure you're safe. Okay. And then you're under arrest. I want to make sure your firearm's safe.
Hold up. Pause it.
Wait.
Pause it.
Yeah. I just caught that.
Yeah, pause it real quick, Scott.
You're not under. I'm placing you into custody, but you're not under arrest. How?
No, yeah, not only to say I'm placing you under custody, but you're not under arrest, but he said he is doing it for Brett's safety.
Yeah, I'm going to put you in a cage to protect you from somebody that might hurt you.
Like that's cop logic right there. I'm going to place you under arrest for your safety. All right, keep it moving.
All right.
And look at how he infringes his right to film.
Yep, and then he decides to place that right over the camera so it can't record.
Which is a violation of the First Amendment.
He just told him he'd appreciate it, take the sign off the camera.
Yep.
So
okay, now
all right, yeah. So go ahead and
let me explain something. When this happened, I made a call to the department where they took him to. However, they explained to me that this past year they passed a law in Texas whether you're open carrying or concealed carrying.
Stop screen sharing, Scott.
If a police officer sees you open carrying and asks to see your license to carry, by law they have to present it.
I don't know where the little thing to stop screen sharing went.
And I don't know if that's true or not, but I asked the officer to, which code is it on the Texas code. They didn't know, so
I can't make it stop. I don't know what I'm doing. They won't go away.
All right, well then drop out and come back in.
It's
If it's going to be dumb, then just drop out and come back in.
all right, because it's not giving me the option to.
Oh, sorry, that was my fault, I think.
Oh, it's okay. He's gonna fix it. But no, Rick, you're absolutely right.
Was there a law that was passed in Texas? A penal code that they just
I'm pretty sure you're right that it changed the right to carry a little bit, and
the officer should at least explain that law was passed. That if Brett was misinformed that it was or wasn't aware that this law was passed, the officer should at least, as a public servant, let him know this date, who passed it, who signed on it. But he didn't provide no information.
So, Retro, I hope that answers your question there on who gave the call, because you asked that question. But then also I wanted to go ahead and read what you said. He says, I find it ironic the officer points out how dangerous it is to stand on that spot, but when Brett wants to leave, he wouldn't let him. He says, he shall not. We are going to stand right here. So if it's a dangerous spot, and you're so concerned over it, you're right. Why the hell can't he leave at that point? Everything about this is ridiculous. He has the right not to answer the questions. He doesn't have to self-incriminate himself. That's his right. And Texas, as far as I'm aware, is not a stop and identify state. That's a red state. I definitely don't see that being a stop and identify state. And, just everything about that. I see a First Amendment right being broken for them placing the sign over the camera. Second Amendment was definitely being toyed with there. That's a gray line, but it's still there. But then Fourth Amendment as well. piggybacking kind of off of our other story, because that does impede his right to free travel. He stopped him from traveling, and basically,
or movement.
or movement. He stopped that to search him for something that, up until just a couple weeks ago, he really wasn't required to show. So, I'm not sure if that was passed and then immediately enacted. But normally, when something is passed, normally you have a grace period, a couple months, for the information to get out. And I think that's kind of the case that's going on there. But it's just, man, I hate seeing people put in cages for dumb reasons. And for some reason, it feels like if ever you're holding a sign, you're gonna get put in a cage for a dumbass reason. So there was Brett. Now we had Dio. Both of these people being put in cages for dumbass reasons because of ignorant cops that don't know their oath and don't know the law. It's like, fuck, it pisses me off. Like, know your fucking jobs, man, or don't do them. If I didn't know how to fucking make a Big Mac properly, my ass would have been fired from McDonald's. Now, I don't work at McDonald's, just want to throw that out there. But if I didn't know how to make that sandwich properly and I kept doing it wrong, somebody's going to fire my ass. Why do cops keep getting to do their jobs when they don't do it properly? Like, oh, it's okay, they didn't get enough training. Well, fuck them then. Either then don't put them on the beat till they know their damn jobs. Fuck.
Yep. There's more reliance on tools than there is reliance on their actual training, and it's becoming more and more. They're using tasers in situations that are stupid, like the issue with I have no idea the name, but I'm sure we've all seen the video of the girl. I want to say she's like between
The
13 and 16. No. This girl, she's between 13 and 16, and she comes running out of a police station because she just takes off running, and a kind of a portly officer runs out behind her and tasers her in the back as she's running. Just tasers her in the back, and this girl drops and her head hits the pavement, and she died.
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
This was a couple years ago.
Yeah. You know
but
what? Now that you say that, I kind of remember what you're talking about.
That just makes me sick.
But you're absolutely right. There is such a dependence on these tools that there's not enough, training on how to handle people. There's no more, solid training on human interaction. It's more how to handle them using whichever tool is available to the officer at that time. And when did human communication stop being one of the most useful tools in a policeman's, arsenal? Probably when we started to militarize them, but that's just one man's opinion. So.
You got an awesome looking studio over there, Matt.
Thank you. Yeah. I
like your Banksy on the wall.
Yes, I kind of want to put like an officer's hat on him with the with the Carbon County Cop Block logo right there in the middle. Just kind of jazz it up a little bit, but at the same time, I don't know if I really want to mess with a Banksy, because at the end of the day, it's a Banksy, and he's got a lot of message right there in what's being shown. I mean, so I'm at an internal struggle with if I want to do that or not. And then, of course, you got to have your Doctor Who rep. So,
Doctor Whom?
Excuse you. I even got a little dialect here holding up my cell phone. So, why don't we move along to another story? I've got one here. It's written by Asa J. from copblock.org. Headline reads, "Cop assigned to investigate jewelry theft recovers items, then pawns them." Oh, what a dick. In June 2012, thousands of dollars worth of jewelry was taken from a home in a burglary from the family of David Beals. Sorry. The items included tennis bracelet, a diamond necklace, and several valuable rings. Ramsey County, Minnesota Sheriff's Deputy Thomas Rudnick was assigned to the case, but there's a twist that would later re-steal that he would later re-steal the jewels. In a pawn shop surveillance footage, Rudnick was caught, you know, basically repawning these items. Um, the deputy's criminal activity was exposed in 2015 after he resigned, and an inventory of his cases revealed a discrepancy in the way that he handled evidence. Investigators also found that Rednick had seized surveillance video and signed the pawn. I'm sorry.
Look at this guy. I just want to look at this guy's face. Just look at this guy's face. He doesn't even look like he's. Is that his mugshot? Because he doesn't even look like he's even.
If it's his mugshot, he's kind of like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I did it too.
But
what are you gonna do?
investigators also found Rudnick had seized surveillance video and signed pawn receipts proving who had originally fenced the stolen goods, leading some to speculate that it had actually been Rudnick himself. Now, because the 3-year statute of limitations in Minnesota for the burglary of the home in the basically cannot be charged. That part's been dropped, but Rudnick did eventually plead guilty to felony theft as a part of a plea agreement and was sentenced to only 1 day in jail.
One day.
But he was credited with time served and only actually spent a total of 5 hours in a cell the day of his arrest. So
Jeez. He didn't even.
Now, here's
5 hours.
The ring was one of the rings that he had pawned was actually later sold to somebody else for the grand total of $11,000. Okay, so this is grand larceny. This isn't even just theft. This is grand fucking larceny.
Well, grand larceny actually it's only has a $200 requirement.
Yeah, and we're talking thousands. People go to jail for years over this type of stuff. Just for one of those items, years. 11,000 just for the one, and 1 day, that's fine. You served your city well.
5 hours. 5 hours. That's not even a day.
Yeah, 5 hours.
5 hours. That's a shift at Taco Bell.
But here's the kicker: since the shop waited the legal amount of time before selling the item, the family has no legal right to reclaim any of their items. So all of these items were stolen by a police officer, pawned. He was paid. He resigned, so he's still going to get his pension. He was given 5 hours in jail, and now this family is out of their ability to ever get their items back. Like, there's no justice in this at all. No justice. So a GoFundMe has been set up to help the family. Of basically they're trying to sue the city, and thus far they're trying to raise $3,500. Thus far, $85 has been raised in the last 8 days. Come on, guys, we can do a little bit better than this. I feel like I'm going to throw a couple bucks towards this myself. You can find this GoFundMe. We're going to put it up at the end of the show on Oath Accountability Project, Carbon County Cop Block, and we're going to put it up on Allentown Cop Block, as well as you can find it on copblock.org. Wow, I am fumbling over my words today.
All right, and before next episode, we're gonna make Matt do a couple of.
Y'all just rap the alphabet, man. I'll do the alphabet rap.
Let's say the black bug bled black blood. Or say Cop Blast Podcast 10 times in a row, really fast. Cop Blast Podcast, Cop Blast Podcast.
Retro was saying it would be an insult actually if I put a cop hat on the on the Banksy. I think you're right. I think I'm gonna. Like I said, I was in an internal debate. I was kind of thinking about it, but I was more just leaning it to just leaving it as an original Banksy and just letting it go. I want to kind of put something right here, but I'm kind of torn of what to put there. So if you guys got any sort of ideas, if you guys want to kick those over, that'd be awesome. So what do you guys think about this story? Like, where do you guys fall in this? What do you think should have happened, or like what's your feelings on this? Because I feel personally this is the douchebag of the week.
Yeah,
That's for me.
definitely douchebag of the week.
And not just him. I don't think it's just him who's the douchebag. I think it's the entire fucking city. The entire city. Not the residents, but the entire city, the police department, the DA, the judge, all of them douchebags. From top to bottom, douchebags.
You know what? I would have to agree. They're all douchebags. The douchebag city town. Just, it's hard to do douchebag of the week because
they're all kind of douchebags.
Oh shit! Sorry about that.
Yeah, Rick's just over there freaking clicking away like he's playing, old school line grab.
How the hell do I fix that?
Well, you got to go back into the soundboard, and you're gonna have to go to Scott. You're gonna have to unmute Scott.
Yes, sorry about that, Scott. I am the douchebag of the week.
Nah, it's alright, Rick. You're not the douchebag of the week.
Douchebag of the week. No.
Nah, Rick. You know what? Everybody, as you can tell, Rick is our favorite host.
Absolutely. Rick is one sexy motherfucker. Listen, you're here for your sex appeal, Rick. I'm just telling you right now. Like, you're what bringing the ladies.
I don't see no ladies.
Oh, they're there. They're there. They're there. I swear.
Yeah, crazy.
We're making the calendar, guys. You just need to tell us what outfits you want to see Rick in. If you want to see him in like a little sailor's outfit, we'll do it. If you kind of want to see Rick doing the George Costanza, yeah, we'll get that too. So
there's no way, no matter how much money gets donated, no way it's not happening. All that will get emailed right back to them.
Come on,
it's gonna
Rick.
happen, guys. I swear to you, it'll happen. Rick doing the George Costanza on a bed of feathers.
Feathers?
Feathers.
Crazy, man.
Why wouldn't you do like petals? I mean, feathers. That's, to me, I would be thinking like, ooh, feathers. There might be mice and shit.
Okay,
Mites.
well that's because you're kind of neurotic.
I'm not neurotic. I'm reasonable. You ever heard of lice? Birds have lice and shit, right?
Man, I've got a beat the shit down comforter right here. I could take all the down feathers, make a freaking little bed on the freaking ground, just rip that shit open, and just make Rick do Costanza on it. And there ain't gonna be no lice in there. There ain't gonna be no mites.
Costanza.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Man. All right, next story.
Rick's like, we can get off of this right now.
All right, are we gonna do the broomstick one?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Give me 1 second. I know I had this one up. There it is. Police shoot teen holding broomstick. Angry onlookers throw bottles at them.
Yo, is they like, yo, it's a witch?
Yo, it's a witch.
Somebody seems too much Harry Potter. That's what happened there.
All right, this is what this guy looks like. This is out of Salt Lake City. This is Abdi Muhammad, a Kenyan immigrant that moved to the U.S. 10 years ago, who was living with his girlfriend and their young son. A teenage boy was gunned down by police in Salt Lake City on Saturday for nothing more than holding a broomstick, witnesses say. The teen has been identified as 17-year-old Abdi Muhammad, a Kenyan immigrant that moved to the U.S. 10 years ago, who was living with his girlfriend and their young son. And I just want to point out this is another fine article written by Asa J. Over at, she's in the Cop Block Network. Does anybody know what offshoot she is, or
Not
she
off the
even
top of
is?
my head.
Cop Block Network contributor.
But
Anyhow,
but so this was the second teenager shot for some bullshit this week?
Yes.
Oh my god.
it appears so.
Yep. They're
Police
going for a
efforts.
record this year.
So he is now undergoing surgery for 3 gunshot wounds to his upper and lower torso and remains in a coma, according to reports. Police have released a few details about the incident, but Detective Ken Hansen of the Unified Police Department said that more information will be released in the coming days. Well,
Yeah,
to be
just
announced.
give us a couple days to suppress what information we want to suppress so we can make it sound like this was justified.
It has been confirmed that the victim was shot at around 8 p.m. Saturday near 250 South Rio Grande Street after officers responded to a call alerting them to a fight. Police said 1 or 2 officers participated in the shooting after they tried to engage the altercation. 19-year-old Salam Muhammad was on the scene and said Abdi is a friend of his who was in a confrontation with a man near a homeless shelter. He said the shooting victim was holding part of a broomstick at his side when officers ran up and told him to put it down once before they started shooting him as soon as he turned around.
Once.
Yep.
So, oh no, this man is holding a broomstick. He
Now,
is
I'm pretty sure they
dangerous
just
to
ran
help.
up and went, put it down, and he turned around like, huh? And they bam, bam, bam. Like,
Yep.
they can't identify themselves. Quote, we were trying to break it up before the police even came, but the police ran in on foot and pulled their guns out already, Salim Muhammad said. They already had them. Like, as soon as he was running, he was already grabbing for his gun, not even trying to tase him or anything. He said, drop it, then boom, boom, boom. The witness said police fired at least 4 times, hitting the teen in the chest and the stomach. Police said that following the shooting, a lot of hostile people upset about what had taken place were throwing rocks and bottles at the officers and hit at least one of them. This prompted almost 100 additional cops with neighboring departments to arrive on the scene in order to assist Salt Lake City police outfitted with riot shields and batons. Wow. Talk
Well,
about people.
maybe if you didn't shoot a minor for holding a broomstick, maybe people wouldn't throw bottles at you out of disgust. Just giving you a hint there. You know what? Reed, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, but I'm gonna reissue this. This is the douchebag of the fucking week right here. This guy, right here, and Tom Cruise. But still, this guy is.
Tom Cruise is always douchebag of the week. Tom Cruise douchebag of every week.
Yeah, douchebag of the millennium. But oh my god, like I'm kind of like uncomfortably angry about this.
As you should be,
There's
rightfully so.
So much fucking wrong here. I mean, Jesus Christ. There's so okay. He's got a broomstick. So unless you are, really fearful that this kid is an excellent javelin thrower and that he's going to take you right out, you have no reason to be able to pull your weapon and shoot this kid. Once again, you walked up, you said, drop the broomstick or drop the stick or whatever you exactly said. You said it once. The kid turns around and you immediately start firing on him. Now, that's fucked up. I mean, you could have, I don't know, maybe clarified what your order was. Maybe if you're an asshole, you could have tased them. If you're a really big asshole, you could have maced them. I mean, I kind of feel like tasing is less of an asshole move than macing. I've been maced before on accident. It sucks like ass. Um, I think those kind of actually kind of fall in line. But no, you went straight to just fucktard mode, and you just pull your gun out and you shoot him. Like, for fuck's sake. Why? Why are we killing so many fucking peace country for stupid shit? And why are so many people not as pissed off as I am that this is happening?
Like,
I'm pissed.
it, it's just the typical American mindset is if it's not happening to me, then I don't care. I don't know anybody that got shot by police. The only thing I ever seen police do was get the bad guy in movies and pull people over, and that one time they gave me a ticket. But I was going 3 miles over the speed limit, and I should have known better because they told me what to do, and I should have done it because just people need to wake the fuck up, please.
They really do. And I mean, with what you were saying on the, on that whole fact of if it's not happening to me, it's happening to some, it doesn't really matter. You have 11,000 or 1,140 people killed by police last year. You have 172 already killed this year. You're running a pretty good chance that next number might be you. Like, look at the numbers. It's not going down. It's going way the hell up. So you're running that chance. Just because it hasn't happened to you doesn't mean it's not going to happen to you. It's a yet situation. That's really how I feel it is anymore. It's a yet situation.
I mean, at some point, I mean, look, people like to throw around, well, criminals are criminals, and I'm not a criminal. Look, everybody's a criminal. I guarantee you, everybody is a criminal. If you broke the speed limit, you're a criminal. That's a crime in the eyes of the law. So what makes you different than anybody else? Oh, your crime was a little one. Well, the government still says it's crime, and you're a criminal.
So at this point in the show, this is a segment that I kind of just, while I was sitting here and out of my rage, kind of just came up with on the spot. For now on, each week, we're going to read the names of the fallen, the people who have been killed by the cops throughout the last week. So,
I like that.
So I'm going to start off, and we read who was killed last week, just last Monday alone. So I'm going to start off with Tuesday, February 23rd, 2016. Alex Buckner, Angel Gleason, Travis Stevenson. Wednesday, Victor Rivera, Martin Worth, Robert Keel. Thursday, Tristan Conti, Luke Miller, Greg Gunn, Cedric Ford. Friday, Keontae Spencer, Abraham Fryer. Saturday, Fernando Hernandez. Sunday, Nathan Grissom, Earl Hicks. That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
How many was that? Does it tell you?
That is 18 names. 18 people in 6 days. 6. I started for Tuesday. If we want to go back to last Monday, that puts it to 22 because there was David Green, Patricia Kruger, Rovin Locke, and Jamie Long. That is disgusting. This is not America. What the fuck? Like, seriously, this is wrong. This is wrong. And if you want to stay up to date and know what, get this information as it happens, and that, you know what? I can't even say this is completely accurate because these are just the ones that were reported on. These are just the ones that the report came in on. But if you want to stay up to date with that, there is an app. It is on ISO. It is also on Android Play Store. It is called Archive Absence. Go check it out. It will every day it updates and it lets you know who was taken by the police that day. And
Yep.
once a day my phone updates and I get pissed.
Yeah,
because
I had
I,
a. It was too much for me. I had to take it off my phone, man. Like,
because well, I just kind of sit back and hope that I don't get an update that day, and every day it comes in, and it it aggravates the shit out of me because it shouldn't be there. We shouldn't have to have somebody out there who said, "Wow, this is happening so much that we should make an app to alert people when it happens." This shouldn't be necessary. We're supposed to live in a civilized country, in a civilized time, in a civilized area. And when things like this have to be made, that's because the civilization is breaking the fuck down. You have rulers who are letting their gangs go out and just roam the streets and do whatever the hell they want. And then maybe if one steps just a little too far outside the line, they'll throw him under the bus to make an example out of him. Because while he's getting the example made out of him, they're letting about 15 to 20 other motherfuckers just slide. Just because they can get away with it because they've got somebody in the media taking the hit. No. That's not how this system's supposed to work. That's not how justice is supposed to work. Justice is supposed to be blind to whoever the hell you are. It's supposed to be uniform. So why are we sitting here and having to have, I wish we didn't have to have this show to sit here and talk about the unjustified bullshit that happens in this country every day. But we do because it's breaking the hell down. And it's getting so bad that we're sitting here and we're reading 22 names over a 7-day period of people who have been killed by police officers. And I bet you in every single one of those cases it was something that could have been avoided. Except for the one. There is one there that I gotta say that wasn't avoided. The dude did stop his car, got out, and started shooting at the cops. He kind of stepped way the fuck out of line himself. I'm going to give him that one. But still, 21 names of unjustified reasons, because I've read the story on every single one of these names. 21 of those names, there was no reason for these people to lose their lives. This is not America. And I know we're stepping up and we're doing something about it to try to make a change. But it's not only up to us, it's up to every single American out there to step up and do something about this.
Speak
up
up.
a camera. Pick up a camera and record each police officer's interactions when they come across or have any contact with the public, far as getting pulled over, or they stop some kids or some other people on the street for minor open container, whatever the case may be. If you see police action, please record it. The camera doesn't lie.
Not at all. Whew. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna have to smoke myself a cigarette and calm down here because I got a little.
That was a little dark. See, doing what we do kind of really takes a toll on you, and I've seen people crack under the stress. Larry, there's lots of Larrys out there.
Fucking Larry.
Fucking Larry.
Larry Kitty.
Mr.
Larry.
Kitty, I'm waiting for you to come and say some bullshit about me. I'm just waiting for it. Come on, challenge.
Larry. All right. So another story that we have comes from Photography is Not a Crime. A Delaware cop caught on video kicking man in face to receive $230,000 to resign. This was written by Carlos Miller yesterday. In order to build trust in the community, a Delaware cop who was caught on video kicking an innocent man in the face, shattering the man's jaw, will be paid $230,000 to resign. The city of Dover says the settlement with Thomas Webster the Fourth is the best interest in the community because it guarantees he will no longer work as a city police officer. But the settlement has no effect on his law enforcement license, so he can be hired by any other agency in the state or country, for that matter. Meanwhile, the man whose face he kicked in 2013 in a case of mistaken identity of Lateef Dickerson received a $15,000 settlement in December.
Are you fucking kidding me? For the love of God, so you're telling me that you paid the officer who fucked up fucking eight times the amount of what you paid the victim to just leave that precinct. Just that precinct. I mean, Dover's not the world's smallest place, so he could legitimately just turn around and go to a different precinct inside the same fucking city and continue to be an officer. This is not justice. Ah!
That settlement was made after a jury found Webster was acquitted of felony assault and misdemeanor assault. The jury went with the old split-second-to-react justification, saying Webster had the right to kick an innocent man in the face because he happened to be at the same store where a fight had broken out. But Dickerson had nothing to do with the fight. An officer's dash cam video shows him running through red lights to respond to the fight that broke out at a gas station. A cop who had already reached the scene spoke into the radio saying people ran in different directions, but he especially noted a man with yellow
Shirt.
it's supposed to say shirt, but it says shit, and I want to read that.
Especially noted a man with yellow shit who apparently had a gun. Yo, he's got yellow shit. Get him. It's that guy with the yellow shit. Oh, man.
You want to take the rest of this one?
Oh, man. The dispatcher repeats the description of the man with the yellow shirt.
Yellow shit.
It's with the yellow shit as cops drive up on a man in a white tank top, hopped out of the car yelling, "Get on the fucking ground." The dash cam also shows Webster coming up from behind and telling him to get on the fucking ground, then kicking Dickerson in the face as he was trying to comply with the orders to get on the ground. But the jury apparently believed he did not comply fast enough, which is why they acquitted Dickerson. Webster will remain employed until June 30th, even though he is and will remain on paid administrative leave, of course. Then, once he officially leaves, he will receive about $38,333 a year for the next 6 years.
You know, these fucking grand juries, they took a bribe. They got bribed and they fucking just came up with a bullshit reason to acquit the officer. This is, oh my god, it makes me sick.
Bribe? No. When the jury is picked, there's this theory that it's a jury of your peers, and that's bullshit.
Exactly.
Because the DA gets to call in who they want, and then the defense has the ability to get rid of one jury member. So that's not the jury of your peers. That's a jury handpicked by the DA to have the case go the way they want to. The DA, being a part of the system himself, isn't really going to tack somebody to the wall like this.
Do you guys want to see the video?
Yes.
I'll cue it.
I'll get pissed off.
I'll get it up.
He didn't react.
It requires me to mute you guys, though, so I can't hear you guys.
That's cool.
This is a temporary workaround for you guys.
Oh
What
God.
the fuck?
There may be several others on the road on foot as well in the area. There was a little trailer park back here. They were running behind the park. Anybody else say any other got yellow? 15 over here by probation. We're searching for the weapon. Apparently there was another subject with yellow and with his shirt off the organization and a white. We also took a call from 276 on the response stating they needed the police there to reference people running on the property. Team's on heavy information. 5-5 going to take care of life. Northeast, and the white Explorer went north.
Yeah, those cops are wizards, man. They were on screen and they were disappearing and reappearing. I'm kidding.
But
Yeah, but
you know, it's funny how he decides to pull the car back and face the dash cam the other way.
All right, I couldn't hear anything that entire time, so I have no idea what you guys were talking about.
well, just I mean, there was a comment about the cops being wizards because they were on screen, then they were gone, and they were on screen, but you were jumping around. It was just a joke. But but
They were time jumping.
yeah, but
Wow.
asshole,
Okay,
man.
so it's about the end of our show.
Yeah, well,
So let's do our plugs.
it was a hell of a show.
It was. That was the inaugural Cop Blast podcast. Now, is what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to go over to Carbon County Cop Block on YouTube, and I want you to I want you to subscribe to their channel, and then go to their Facebook, like their Facebook, and then I want you to go over and head over to Allentown Cop Block, and I want you to do the same, and then I want you to do the same for Oath Accountability Project, and especially like the Cop Blast podcast channel.
Yes, because we're gonna have one of these every week, and man, with each week that goes by, we're getting more and more fired up, and it's just gonna keep getting better.
Also, check out the Wednesday show, because the Wednesday show has Matthew Taylor here.
Hello.
And also Severin Freeman of Lehigh Valley Cop Block.
This week we're also going to have on old school host Derek J. He's going to be joining us for one more week while he is overseas before he heads back off and goes down to Brazil. So it's going to be a fun week this week. We're going to have some guests. Check us out. We're going to be on copblock.org/show. And that's going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also check us out on lrn.fm.
And what else? Oh, Cell 411. We talked about that earlier, but once again, we want you to download Cell 411 on the app and go ahead and what we'll do is we'll put all our QR codes up online, and then you guys can scan them in.
Also, don't forget to go to copblock.org/store and to get all your cop blocking needs, as well as go to copblock.org and check out the donates tab, so you can go ahead and try to donate to Dio and his fund for appeal. And don't forget, if you want yourself a free Dio shirt, head on over to Oath Accountability Project on Facebook and send Scott a message. They're going for $15, and all the proceeds go to Dio, whether it's his appeal fund or his commissary. You decide.
Yep. And I'm gonna sing us out. Oh baby, you.